But we won't be getting to that until like part 2, part 3, some shit like that. So don't expect it quite yet. Anyways, so what if Naruto had matter manipulation? So the story starts off when Naruto's about 6 years old, running away from villagers once again on his birthday, actually. And Naruto gets cornered in this alley, and he runs up to the wall of the alley, and he begs it to let him through because he's just panicking. He doesn't want to get beat. He's just like, "Please let me through." And suddenly he just falls through the wall. And no, he doesn't have no phasing ability. What happened was the wall kind of restructured, moved, like specifically a doorway big enough for him to fall through, and then closed back up. Naruto has no idea what happened or anything, so he just runs home. He escapes. Anyways, he's very confused on what happened here, so he actually goes to his cupboard, grabs one of his only 3 glasses, since old May Hiruzen left him with essentially nothing and gives him barely enough of a livable wage at all. He has to live on ramen. But anyways, his thing is he decides to take the glass and he decides to try and do something, anything. Try to move it with his mind. Try to like put his hand through it without breaking it. He tries all sorts of things. Nothing will work. And when he's finally about to give up, he lays the glass on the table and the glass transforms into a small glass boat. I just thought of that, so that's what we're going with. I hope you guys will just take it. Anyways, so Naruto is very confused on what his power is, and he doesn't understand it. So he actually goes to the Hokage's office, and he goes to talk to Hiruzen, the third Hokage, and he's just like, hey, old man." And Hiruzen is like, "Yes, Naruto." Naruto's like, "I'm not sure what happened earlier. A bunch of villagers were chasing me like usual, but I kind of walked through a wall, kinda. I'm not quite sure because, well, it was more fall because if I just walked through it, I probably wouldn't have fallen. But like, I fell through a wall, I guess." And Hiruzen is like, "What? How?" Naruto's like, "I don't know, but after I went home and I got a glass from my cupboard to try and move it with my mind or something, or try to do something because I somehow did something and I don't understand." And Hiruzen is like, "Yes," and Naruto's like, "Well, I was about to give up on trying when the glass randomly turned into a glass boat." And Hiruzen is like, "Huh, interesting." And Hiruzen tells Naruto, "Well, this is an interesting power you're telling me about. It might be a kage. Who knows? We'll have to figure that out. I will personally start training you next week. Okay, Naruto?" Naruto's like, "Okay." And Naruto leaves. In the meantime, Hiruzen's thinking about what that could be. He's like, can he restructure things? And since like matter isn't like a huge concept in Naruto, that's not Hiruzen's first thought. So he's like, does he have the like ability of restructure or something? Sounds interesting. Be sick if he can. Um, and so Naruto actually, and we're gonna go back to Naruto now. Naruto actually goes to his favorite hiding spot for a minute, but then he's just like, "I'm kind of tired. There was a lot I did today, and I got this weird new power. I'm just gonna go home, sleep it off." So Naruto actually does end up going home after just vibing for a bit, and he goes to bed for the night. He gets up the next day, and there's an angry mob of villagers outside his door. And so Naruto decides, let me try to escape the same way I did last time. He just walks into his wall, just falls down. He's like, well, that didn't work another time. So he chose to go out his window and escape without getting noticed. And he actually successfully does. And so, 1 second. And so he decides to go to his actual favorite hiding spot, which is right next to the forest of death, back corner next to a tree, and just lie down, relax, relaxing all cool, shooting some b-ball outside school with a couple of guys that are up to no good, started making trouble in my neighborhood. Got one little fight with mom. I got scared, saying, "Move your auntie and uncle back." Anyways, so yeah, Naruto is just chilling there, Anyways, what was I about to say? Okay, so he decides he wants to practice before Hiruzen. He wants to actually figure out what this is because he's curious. He's a kid. If you ain't curious about a random ass power you somehow get when you're a kid, well, you got bigger problems, honestly. Anyways, Naruto is putting his hands against the gate and he's really trying to do something, but nothing's happening. And as he's walking away, giving up just to go home or go do something fun, he actually does transform it. The last possible touching second, he transforms the gate. And so he actually transforms it into a door instead of the gate there. Like in that specific part, he creates a door. But Naruto had already started walking away and he had given up, so he just kept walking. He didn't turn around. But I thought it'd be cool to add like a little something there, so that's what I did. Alright. Anyways, so Naruto is just straight vibing. Anyways, while walking home, he's a bit upset that he couldn't do it again, but he decided he's just going to go home, relax, maybe go back out, get some ramen at Ichiraku Ramen, you know, the usual. Um, anyways, so he just continues on with his day. What is this? 7 minutes. All right. He continues on with his day, and yeah, things about remain the same as that for the next 6 days until Hiruzen is finally supposed to train him on day 8 because he said wait a week. So next 7 days. Well, no, next 6 days. Yeah. Anyways, Naruto is getting trained by Hiruzen. Hiruzen gave it a lot of thought, and he said, "So Naruto, you might have the power to reconstruct things, okay? So what I want you to try is going to that wall over there that I'm about to create with an earth jutsu. I want you to imagine a door, and I want you to change the middle bottom to a door so people can walk through it." Naruto's like, "Okay, I guess. Okay." And so he walks up, and there's no wall there yet. So he walks up to where Hiruzen told him to stand. Hiruzen uses the Earth-style mud wall, and Naruto walks up to the wall. He puts his hand on the wall. Really tries to imagine um that the wall is becoming a door, and it doesn't actually work. What happens is the door begins to form, but Naruto isn't like trained enough or focused enough or has like the proper idea in his head, so it actually doesn't quite work. But it gave the outline of a door. And Hiruzen's like, interesting. So Naruto, what I believe happened here is, I believe I am right. However, what happened here, I believe, is that you're not practiced enough or anything because you got a good outline of a door. However, you couldn't form the door. And so for the next 2.5 weeks, Hiruzen and Naruto just continuously practiced that, making a door, making a hole, making a window, stuff like that. And so Hiruzen is just like, all right, so since we finally succeeded at making a door and a window, actually, which you did good on, Naruto, I'm proud of you. Um, he says, all right, it's time to step it up a notch. What I want you to do to this wall is create an interesting design. And I don't think you can remove what's there. What I think you have to do, Naruto, is I think you have to like move it effectively. So I don't care if there's anything on the other side. It's just how it works. But you can. 1 second. All right, but you can change the design on one side and put the excess on the other side. And that's going to take effort learning how to do that properly. So that's what I want you to do for at least the next month until you refine it. Naruto's like, okay. And Hiruzen every single day would leave Naruto with about 10 walls to work on. And about a month later, Hiruzen and Naruto return once again. And Naruto has gotten so good at it that within like 5 to 10 seconds, the entire wall has an insane design on it. It's really interesting. Anyways, Naruto, since he has restructure, um, should I? This is matter manipulation because he's gonna have way stronger powers in a bit anyway. But that probably won't be until part 2, to be honest. It's probably just gonna be restructuring for now until I get to part 2 because there's a lot to add for actual matter manipulation. Anyways, so Naruto actually just is so happy about it, and Hiruzen is actually genuinely proud of him. He's like, this boy could be the strongest if he refines his power properly. And when Naruto's jumping up and down, there's a spike that comes out of the ground under Naruto, like not like up into him, but like so like Naruto's standing coolly on it. And Hiruzen's like, what? Naruto's confused, but not particularly scared. Because he thought Hiruzen did it, and Hiruzen's like, I did not do that. But that doesn't look like a jutsu. That looks like genuine, like, metals and earth from underground. Let me look at this. Hiruzen walks up to it slowly, looks at it very intently, and figures out that Naruto probably just restructured the inside of the ground a bit to come out up here by accident just because he was so happy. Hiruzen is very curious about this. And if you're wondering what kind of spike I'm talking about, well, if you know Overhaul from My Hero Academia's, it'd be like one of those spikes. Looks alright. I, you know? Anyways, so yeah. So Hiruzen's very interested, and he's actually kind of happy and excited for Naruto too. So, anyways, Hiruzen allows Naruto to learn the Shadow Clone Jutsu because Naruto's gonna have to spend a lot of time training. Yeah, because I'm not gonna give him no like super easy natural talent. Like he has this ability that's very OP, and he's gonna have to work for it, and that's what I'm gonna do. But the next part is when the power actually does start to get OP, anyways. So Naruto has this really interesting power. So Hiruzen decided Shadow Clone Jutsu since you retain the memories of your Shadow Clone when it disappears. So that'll be like, if he can make even one, that'll be 2 times the speed. 5 times the speed. 10 times the speed. However, Hiruzen also thought about the fact that Naruto is an Uzumaki. And so Hiruzen, for the next week, trains Naruto on the Shadow Clone Jutsu, on how to make a lot of them. I mean, because Naruto isn't as pressed about learning it this time. So yeah. Hiruzen ends up just hanging out with Naruto for a bit for the rest of that day. Blah, blah, blah. They just vibe. Naruto ends up going home, go to bed. Next day, Hiruzen comes there, and he's just like, alright, today, Naruto, we are going to forget about this strange ability you have. What we are going to learn today is the Shadow Clone Jutsu. And Naruto's like, okay. And the third Hokage is like, alright, so what you want to do here is you want to do this hand sign. You know the hand sign. If you don't know the hand sign, there's bigger issues going on. You need to do this hand sign, and you need to infuse chakra and imagine a shadow clone. And Naruto's like, okay. So Naruto stands up. I almost stood up there, not gonna lie. Anyways, Naruto's gonna stand up, do the hand signs, and he's going to create a failure shadow clone. It's just summons the smoke, but not the clone itself. And Naruto keeps trying until he finally gets one about 2-3 hours later. And Naruto's actually really happy about that. And Hiruzen's like, great. So now both of you trying to make more. Because I want at least 5. Because Hiruzen's confident there can be 5 since Naruto's an Uzumaki after all. Anyways, he's like, I want at least 5. So if you guys can get 5 down, that'd be great. Perfect. And Naruto's like, okay, I guess I got you. And so they try for another couple hours. 1 second. I'm sorry, I only woke up a bit ago, so I'm still yawning and shit. Sorry, my bad. I gotta work soon, so that's why I'm trying to get this out before I gotta go to work. I'm probably gonna record another part tonight, not gonna lie. Anyways, so Naruto is he's standing there for another few hours until they both actually get another clone going. So one Naruto has 2, one has 1. And so they all just practice and practice and practice until they all get 1 more, okay? Each. And Hiruzen's like, perfect. And so Naruto releases the clones, and Hiruzen's like, alright, so you will know how to make clones much better since you had 4 of you doing it. And Naruto's like, okay, makes sense. What? And then Hiruzen's just like, so with a shadow clone, when they disappear, all their knowledge, like new knowledge, returns back to you and you learn it, okay? And Naruto's like, oh, yeah, I still don't understand. He's just like, it's okay. Basically, you're going to be able to do it better. Naruto's like, okay. And so he was just like, all right, so before you go home, you want to go to Ichiraku Ramen? And Naruto's like, hell yeah, I want to go to Ichiraku Ramen. Hell yeah. Anyways, Naruto's just happy about being able to go to Ichiraku Ramen and such. So Naruto ends up deciding that he is very happy that the old man is actually finally spending time with him, but he feels like it's only because of his Genkai, the Keke Genkai. And then sorry about that, for his Keke Genkai, and he brings that up with the old man, actually. The old man acknowledges why Naruto would think that. But the old man also said before he did want to spend time with him, but the council and stuff had a reason to make sure he didn't. So with Naruto's new ability, the old man can actually have an excuse to spend time with Naruto. And Naruto's like, I don't really understand, but okay. And so Naruto actually is just decides he's gonna continue on anyways with his training. So for the next couple of weeks, Hiruzen and Naruto both go back out every single day to the fields, and Hiruzen always tells Naruto to make sure to make at least 5 shadow clones. That is a nice bit for Naruto at the time being. Anyways, so Hiruzen always tells Naruto that he's got to at least make 5 clones. Naruto makes the 5 clones, and then they start practicing. So Hiruzen saw the spike thing, and he's just like, if he could make multiple of those and control them, that would be extremely OP in any sort of combat. Even if they can move fast, it'll throw them off. They will be so confused, and it can even catch them off guard. So we'll try and work on the speed and accuracy. We'll start with one, and then if we can start making others, we'll do that. So next couple weeks, Naruto and his 5 clones, they all sit there and they think about it. They're like, all right, so put your hands on the ground and try to summon a spike right in front of you from inside the ground, manipulating the ground to your whim. But this isn't an earth jutsu because there's no signs, no nothing. You just do it. All right. So let's see. Let's try our feet. And then Naruto slams his feet on the ground. He gets up and he slams his feet on the ground. and all six of them. So it's Naruto and five clones. So all six of them actually summon like small spikes, but it's a good start. So they're actually starting to learn how to do it pretty well, and so they they just keep trying. And I think this is where I'm gonna end off this spike jutsu thing. Anyways, so they did practice that. However, I think it's about time I hit you guys with a time skip. Alright. So I'm gonna go like 2 years till when he gets in school. So 2 year time skip, and then I'm gonna explain a little bit of the school life, and then I'm gonna jump to when Kakashi. Anyways. So Naruto ends up asking the third Hokage if he can enroll in Ninja Academy. And the third Hokage is like, sure, it'd be a great opportunity for you to meet some people your own age. Blah, blah, blah. Bro, I can't keep saying that. People are gonna troll me. No. But anyways, he's just like, it's a perfect opportunity for you, Naruto. So, good luck, and I'll be bring you in tomorrow, actually. And Naruto's like, ayo, bet. I want to be in some school, you know? So, Naruto ends up finally getting enrolled, and, Old Man Hiruzen walks him into class the next day. He's like, Iruka, this is your new student, Naruto. Iruka is just like, okay, well, Naruto, go take a seat wherever you would like. That's open. And Naruto's like, alright, cool. And then Naruto goes to the seat that's open, which just so happens to be next to Sasuke, which is kind of weird. And then when he just decides to sit there, all the girls just look at him so angeredly. And Naruto's just like, bruh, ain't nobody give a crap about where the frick I sit. I'm trying to avoid cursing for like the first 5 minutes. Anyways, so Naruto's just chilling. He strikes up a little friendly chat with Sasuke. Sasuke is actually not very annoyed with him because Naruto's just being chill. He isn't talking too much. And Sasuke's just vibing. He's like, I bet. Just do cool. Hella cool. And so they actually start talking, and they actually become friends. Also, I just want to make this clear, Naruto's nowhere near as stupid as he was in canon, mainly because since while growing up, Hiruzen's been teaching him. Anyways, so Naruto's just vibing, you know? He's talking to Sasuke, they're just chilling. And Naruto's just like, hey Sasuke, guess what? And Sasuke's like, what? And Naruto's like, I can manipulate matter. You want to fight after school and train? And Sasuke is like, I don't know what that means, bruh. I'm 8. Go away. Anyways, and so Naruto decides that he's just like, hey, yo, do you want to train after school? Because class is in session, so obviously he ain't gonna be like, hey, yo, Sasuke, you trying to train after school, bitch? Sorry, that's 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Hopefully that is enough. Anyways, so he asked Sasuke if he wants to train after school, and Sasuke is like, I bet I was gonna do that anyways. Might as well have a training partner. And so Naruto after school goes to the old man. He's like, either I would like to skip training kinda because I made a friend at school. His name is Sasuke, and we agreed to train together today. Is that okay? Old man Hiruzen's like, sure, go on. But the weekends are still us. We have to make sure you learn how to do it completely perfectly. Keep in mind this is already a 2 year time skip, so he's in school, you know? So, anyways, Naruto and Sasuke go and hang out. And Naruto decides he decides to throw a pebble, right? But as the last point of contact leaves the pebble, he releases an insane amount of his manipulation, so it becomes a giant boulder. He doesn't throw this at Sasuke, but he shows Sasuke, because to manipulate matter means you can reshape it, you can control it, you can change its state, stuff like that. So if he wants to, what he could do is he could throw the boulder, he could run behind the boulder, change it to dust at the last second, and then when they let their guard down, transform it back. I'm thinking of getting Naruto the ability to do it without touching it, but that's going to be when he's much more experienced. Anyways, so Naruto's just he's training with Sasuke. Let me turn off this dog ass music. I forgot I had Fortnite open. shit. Because I pressed it, but I was like, what? I had this shit open? My bad. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Anyways, so Naruto's like, alright, bet. And so Naruto decides to start training with Sasuke. So Naruto says, first we'll just test each other's strength. No jutsu for now. We're going to focus solely on taijutsu. And so they get into this insane taijutsu battle, and it's nuts. Both of them are on some crackhead energy. However, Naruto's holding back significantly. So Naruto's just like, alright, let's do this. And he's holding back, and they throw hands, and it's just a vibe for them both. And so Naruto actually decides he's going to amp it up a little bit, and he destroys Sasuke. He doesn't go all out. He just like, let's he tries a little harder. And Sasuke is like, hey, yo, whoa, what the hell just happened? You just randomly became God tier. The fuck? Sorry, my bad. It's only 6 minutes in. It should be fine by now. I'll just try to keep back on my cousin. Anyways, Sasuke is insanely confused by this turn of events. And Naruto's like, sorry. I decided to go all out there. He didn't. He's just trying to save Sasuke's dignity. And he's just like, so you want to keep training with me? I mean, I can train you in taijutsu so we can be better together, to be honest. And once you catch up with me, we can train against each other and be God tier. And Sasuke is like, yeah, sure, why not? Got nothing better to do. I'm just going to train anyways. And so Naruto's like, alright, this is going to be a jutsu battle, okay? You cannot move any closer. I'm gonna cut real quick. Alright, sorry about that. That was a weird cut thing. Anyways, so you cannot move any closer, Naruto says. And so they keep their distance the entire time, and they can move left and right and back, but they can't get closer because he wants to test the jutsu prowess. Naruto forbids any physical jutsu, okay? And Sasuke is like, okay, bet. So Sasuke tries his fireball jutsu. Naruto lets it hit him, but at the last possible second, he touches the fire, becomes solid, and just drops to the ground. And this is actually really cool. And Sasuke is like, what the hell? What was that? And Naruto's just like, I told you I can manipulate matter. I don't know if you know what matter is. So in layman's terms, it's basically I can control everything. That's basically the best way I can put it. And Sasuke is like, what? How does that make any sort of sense? And Naruto's like, it doesn't, but that's what it is. And so Naruto decides to show Sasuke how good he is at manipulating matter. So Sasuke is like, so show me some cool shit. And Naruto's like, alright, I got you. And so Naruto stomps on the ground, and literally everything around him becomes just a giant wall of spikes. And Naruto's like, pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. And Sasuke's like, holy shit, that's sick. I gotta calm down on my cussing, my bad. Anyways, Sasuke is hyped by this. He's like, whoa, that's so cool. And Naruto's like, I know, right? And then Naruto gets rid of it all, puts it back, and then he's like, I can do this, but I can't put too much detail into it yet. I gotta practice more. But Naruto puts his hand on the ground, and he takes the minerals, the rocks and stuff, and even the trees nearby, and creates just a house. a nice looking house at that, but the inside 0% detail, the outside no lines, no nothing, just a block, but it still looks nice enough, you know? And then Sasuke's like, sick! How? And Naruto's like, I don't know, it's just a power I've always had. And Sasuke's just like, so cool. Like, oh my god. 1 second. Hey, I'm good. I don't know why I started laughing. Anyways, so Sasuke's like, that's so cool, dude. I'm jealous. Can And Naruto's like, nah, you can't. And Sasuke's like, aw, that sucks. And so Naruto is just like, so do you want to train with me? I mean, it'd be sick. You can train your jutsu on me too, because it won't affect me. And Sasuke's like, sure. And so, give me a second. My brain's just kind of lagging here. It is like 4 in the morning. And so, Naruto and Sasuke train for the rest of that day. And instead of going home, Naruto actually makes a makeshift house. And him and Sasuke stay in it overnight. They go to the academy the next day, and then they go straight back to training after the day at the academy. And they're just having a blast. And the girls are actually starting to warm up to Naruto and start liking him. Because Naruto be looking the same, but like his personality be mad different. So the girls aren't actually complaining about Naruto nearly as much as they used to. And so the girls, actually, Hinata and Ino like Naruto. And trash bag Sakura likes Sasuke. Which is still sad for Sasuke. Yikes. um Anyways, so they continue on with their training, and it stays like this for the next 4 or 5 years until they're done the academy. Let's say 5 years, Naruto's 13. Because it started at 6, 2 year time skip, 8, goes up 5 years, 13. Anyways, Naruto and Sasuke have been training every day. They're extremely talented, and even Old Man Hiruzen has popped in for a few training sessions and helped them out to get better. And so Naruto and Sasuke have gotten significantly stronger. Like in Taijutsu, Sasuke can keep up with Naruto, and Naruto had even gotten better than he used to be. So like they're tied in Taijutsu. Obviously, Naruto's stronger in Jutsu, matter manipulation, blah blah blah. But Sasuke's jutsus are nothing to laugh at either. He's learned how to use them properly. He even copies some jutsu off the third Hokage because he has this one Tomoe. Anyways, and so now we're at the graduation ceremony. Um, uh, Naruto, they all pass, blah blah blah, and Naruto overhears Mizuki, I think that's his name, talking to another student like, okay, so if you want to pass, you have to get the scroll of sealing, bring it to me. Rendezvous point, blah blah blah. And so Naruto overhears this, and he goes to Old Man Hiruzen. And Hiruzen's like, interesting, we'll set a trap for him. And Naruto's like, can I be a part of this? And Hiruzen's like, I mean, you're strong enough, so sure, go on. And so, this sounds ridiculous, but I'm really trying here. Anyways, and so Naruto ends up tricking Mizuki, something like that. Anyways, so he pulls up to the rendezvous spot, and when Mizuki gets there, Naruto puts his hands on the ground, and he traps Mizuki. So what he does is he builds a house, and he makes it indestructible. And Mizuki's stuck there, and Naruto's just out there. He's just like laughing. That's the best fake laugh I can do at the moment. Anyways, Naruto then goes back to Hiruzen and says, "Oh, he's been captured. He's just stuck in a box out in the forest. You might want to send your Anbu to go get him now. I just wanted to have my fun." And Hiruzen's like, "Okay, Naruto." Also, I already sent them because I was watching you through the crystal ball. And Naruto's like, hey, yo, what crystal ball? What is that? And Hiruzen's like, don't worry about it, Naruto. Anyways, I saw everything that happened. You seemed like you were having fun. And Naruto's like, I was, but it was no fun. He isn't strong. I want to fight someone strong. Like you, old man. And Hiruzen's like, there's not many as strong as me. But you'll see. You'll see. And so, anyways, Hiruzen's like, aren't you getting assigned to your teams tomorrow? And Naruto's like, oh yeah. And Hiruzen's like, I suggested you go to bed. And Naruto's like, alright, sounds good. And Naruto goes home, he goes to bed. And the next day he gets up, he goes to the school, and the teams are chosen. Iruka's like, Team 9. I think it's Team 9 that has. No, that's probably tomorrow. Never mind. First team. Sasuke. Not Sasuke. I'm out of it. My bad. First team. Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji. And they're like, hell yeah, the Ino Chikacho child version. Let's go. Second team. Hinata, Shino, and Kiba. Hinata's like, let's do this. Yeah. Not, she doesn't sound very enthusiastic, but as we know, Hinata's a shy girl. And then, last but not least, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. Naruto and Sasuke are like, hell yeah. And Sakura's like, oh my god, I was Sasuke kid. That's the cringiest shit I've ever done. And Sasuke just looks at it. He's just like, don't be cringy, you head ass motherfucker. Go away. It's me and Naruto, really, you useless trash bag. And she's like, I'm not useless. And then Sasuke's like, alright. We won't make fun of you if you can keep up with at least 5% of me or Naruto's strength. You can choose which. We will not use jutsu against you. You can use whatever jutsu you want. And it was like, this is gonna be easy. I don't know why the fuck I'm doing that as a Sakura voice, but it's what it is now. And they're like, they start chuckling. And so they do it since they're waiting on Kakashi anyway. So Naruto's like, I will use 5% of my strength and I'll use one arm. And Hinata's like, you'll just use both. And Naruto's like, bet? You want to make that bet? Naruto moves his arm and he changes its material state so he can't do anything. It's just a gas. So it just goes through her. She's like, okay. What the hell? And Naruto's like, don't worry about it. Not right now, at least. Go ahead, try and fight me. And she's like, ha, who, he. I'm sorry. It's hard to keep a straight face and not laugh when doing who, he. Okay, you can't judge me that much. But Naruto's just using one arm, blocking everything. She starts trying to use a jutsu, like the Shuriken one, fails horribly. Clone jutsu tries to trick Naruto. Naruto's like, you're trash, bro. And Naruto just kind of easily keeps up with her and just knocks her out. And then Naruto just sits down with Sasuke and they talk. And right about the time Kakashi finally arrives after like 3.5 hours, Sakura wakes up at the same time. She's like, whoa, what happened? Naruto just looks at her and he's like, oh, I just knocked you out. And Sakura's like, oh, shit. Can you guys train me? And they're like, I mean, we're on a team with you, so we don't really have a choice. Anyways, and Kakashi's like, okay, I'm gonna ignore everything I just heard and saw, and we're all going up to the roof. Naruto just grabs Sasuke and he just raises him through the ceiling up to the roof and puts everything back the way it was, since he can control matter, obviously. And so Kakashi's like, whoa, it's way cooler than Hiruzen's, or it's way cooler than the third Hokage said. And anyways, Kakashi body flickers and Sakura takes her 25 years to walk up the stairs. So they talk about their goals and dreams, and uh, Naruto is like, "Oh, I like training with Sasuke, I like ramen, and I like training with Old Man Hiruzen." And Kakashi's like, "Okay," and then Naruto's like, "I dislike annoying ass hoes Sakura," and nothing really else. I just kind of get irritated with them. I'm a very tall person. And then it's Sasuke. He's like, I have the same likes as Naruto, and my dislikes are. We're not gonna talk about those. And my goals are killing a certain someone. And Naruto just looks at Sasuke. He's like, "Bro, get out of your emo ass phase real quick." And Sasuke's like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." And Sasuke's like, "All right, my goal is just to get revenge on someone. That's all." And Kakashi's like, "Fair enough. I understand. I know what happened. Blah blah blah." And Sakura is like, "I like Sasuke." I dislike Naruto, and my goals are to be the strongest Konoichi and marry Sasuke. And all three of them just look at her like, "Bruh, stop being so weird. Oh god." And anyways, so Kakashi's just like, "Well, ignore that weird ass. But we're gonna go home now. All of us, everybody go home, relax, get something to eat. You guys cannot eat breakfast and meet me at the training ground in the early hours of the morning." And they're all like, "Okay." And so they all get something to eat at Ichiraku Ramen together just to get some sort of team bond. And so they decide that's a good idea. Anyways, so they just chill, they finish eating, they go home, they sleep, and they all show up at the thing. They're all just chilling there talking, getting to know each other. Well, really, they're getting Sasuke and Naruto are getting to know Sakura. And she's being her annoying ass self, but they're dealing with it. They're like, she's our teammate. We gotta acknowledge her and be nice to her. And they're like, yeah, you right, you right. So they end up doing all that for like 3.5 hours until Kakashi finally arrives, and they all look at him. And they're like, "You're late." And Kakashi's like, "I'm sorry. I got lost on the way of life." And they all like, "Bruh, what kind of dookie butt excuse is that, my dude?" Anyways, what's going on? Why we here? And Kakashi's like, "All right, this is a test. It's called the bell test. You guys have to take these two bells from me. If you guys can't, you guys are going back to the academy. And whoever doesn't get a bell is not allowed to become a ninja." And they're like, "Whoa, well, that goes one of our teammates." They just look at Sakura, which is, "Hey," and then they're like, "All right, bet, let's go, let's go." And Naruto looks at Sasuke and Sakura, and he's like, "All right, guys, come with me." And so Naruto uses his matter with his feet and just creates a wall that protects them, and they just go and hide. And Naruto's just like, "All right, all right. So I'm pretty sure I could defeat him on my own, but where's the fun in that? So let's work together." I'm not gonna say he knows what the objective was. He just wants to have fun. He's like, "So let's work together. So what I will do is I'll show off my cool ass powers without actually doing anything, but just use them as a distraction. Sasuke, you will come up to his diagonally from his behind, but towards his left, and you will start a taijutsu battle with him. And Sakura, what I want you to do is, while they're in the middle of their taijutsu battle, to sneak up and grab the bells. Okay?" And they're like, "All right, plan." And so they do exactly that. Naruto pulls up. He's just like, "Ayo, ayo, old man." And Kakashi's like, "I'm not that old yet." He's just like, "You want to see something cool?" And Kakashi's like, "Sure." And Kakashi just continues reading his book. And Naruto with his thing, creates a more detailed house than he was able to do 5 years ago. Obviously, he created he created like a beautiful house, the size of an actual house, not a mansion, not a shack, but like a genuine house. And Kakashi's like, that's actually pretty nice. And then Kakashi uses his eyes. He looks over before looking away from his book. He looks over, then he looks back at his book, and then Sasuke pulls up, and Kakashi's just like using one hand to stop Sasuke's entire taijutsu. Because I'm gonna say Kakashi's still significantly stronger. I'm gonna make him stronger than he was in canon. Give me 1 minute. I have to do the cut again. All right, I'm pulling back up. So, Kakashi's much more powerful than he was during the canon, the entire series, to be honest. Except like towards the end where he gets both Sharingan's bullshit. Yeah. Anyways, Kakashi is just holding off Sasuke pretty easily, and then Sakura comes up out of nowhere and tries to grab the bells, but Kakashi uses the substitution jutsu and is now in a tree. But in this tree, can you guess who's there? Naruto Uzumaki. In Naruto, before Kakashi managed to body flicker away, Naruto touched his belt where the bells were hanging from, and he just changed its matter to gas, so it just left his body, and Kakashi body flickered away, and Naruto just set it back to solid, and he grabbed the bells, and he looked at Kakashi. He's like, looking for these, motherfucker? Loser head ass. Naruto was just clowning on Kakashi. Kakashi wasn't taking it kindly, but like, it do be true though. Like, ain't no cat there. But anyways, Kakashi was like, well, you guys pass. The main part of this test was not to get the bells. It was to do teamwork, which you guys did, not for a good reason, though. But you did it nonetheless, and as long as you guys can work as a team, that is the most important part. Those who abandon their mission are scum, but those who abandon their friends are worse than scum. And Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura took that to heart. And so after this bell test, they ask Kakashi if he wants to join them at Ichiraku Ramen, and Kakashi's like, okay, 1 meal. And blah blah blah. They still don't see under his mask. It's like that filler episode where they just miss it barely. It's funny. Anyways, so yeah, they have their meal. Kakashi's like, well, I'm going to go find my path on the way of life. Like always. But yeah. So I'm gonna end this part here. So where we left off is they all finished eating at Ichiraku Ramen, and they're all heading home. The next day, they go to the Hokage's office, and they all get missions, but they're only the D ranks, and they continue doing simple D rank missions. Naruto makes it a lot easier with just trapping the cat every single time, and eventually they go into the office, and Naruto just looks at the old man. He's just like, Hiruzen, you know how strong I am. You know how strong Sasuke is. You know how strong Kakashi is. Sakura, not so much, but like, we're training her. Can you please give us a more difficult mission? Give us something exciting. And Hiruzen's like, okay. Most I can do is I can give you a C rank. And he calls his Zanbu to let Tazuna in. And Tazuna comes in, and he looks at Naruto. He's like, he gets a sense of the sense of inferiority is the word I'm looking for. To him, he looks like Kakashi, looks like a very capable person. Then he looks at Sasuke, also looks very capable. Then he looks at Sakura. He wants to pick on her, but like the other three are fine, and they look strong. So he leaves her alone. So we're gonna continue on. So they'll leave the next day for their mission, and they just keep traveling until eventually they walk by a puddle. When they walk by this puddle, Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi realize something's off. They're like, it hasn't rained in days. There should be no puddles right here in front of us. And they all agree. And Sakura's like, what? And they just keep walking. They pretend they won't notice. And then the demon brothers come out and they try to attack them, but Naruto just stomps his foot on the ground and trapping all three of them. So what will happen is 4 pillars for each of them will go up in the perfect place, wrap around their arms and their legs, and trap them. Then Kakashi interrogates them, finds out about Gato trying to kill Tazuna, and then that's when they realize that this mission is much more than Tazuna let on. And they look at Tazuna and they tell him, tell us everything. And Tazuna, feeling intimidated, decides to give in and tell them everything about the mission, how Gato wants to kill him to stop him from finishing the bridge, how there's Zabuza after him, stuff like that. And they're like, we're not going to finish this mission. And Gato's like, please, please, my family's in danger. Our economy's been trashed. Please help me. And they all, just kind of out of guilt, agree to help him so everybody can survive and his economy can be okay again. And so they continue on to their journey when suddenly Naruto notices something in the bushes, and like in canon, he was irrational and he threw a kunai at it, and a white rabbit jumped out. Sasuke starts poking fun at him, but Kakashi is like, wait, it's not the winter time. There shouldn't be a white rabbit. They should be brown around this time of the year. Something's not right here. And that's when Kakashi's like, duck. And Naruto's like, nah. And then Naruto stomps on the ground and a spike goes up and catches the executioner blade. And Zabuza's like, what? What is this? And Naruto's like, it's a little something something. And Zabuza's like, you think you're strong, do you? And Naruto's like, I don't think I'm strong. I know I'm strong. And Naruto tries to catch Zabuza with his matter, but Naruto isn't fast enough at it yet. And so Naruto ends up failing to get him, and then Zabuza comes close to actually hurting Naruto, and Kakashi intervenes. And then the Kakashi versus Zabuza jutsu, taijutsu battle, all of that happens the exact same as canon. Kakashi ends up trapped in the water prison jutsu when Naruto and Sasuke are like, we can't let this go on. And Kakashi's like, run. And they're like, those who abandon their mission are scum, but those who abandon their friends are worse than scum. And so Naruto and Sasuke decide they're going to set out to this. And they do the exact same thing as in canon to throw Zabuza off, stop him. But Naruto and Sasuke know water walking this time, so Naruto doesn't just fall into the water. He lands on top of it. Anyways, 1 second. So Naruto and Sasuke make the prison jutsu break. And that's when Naruto, when Zabuza is caught off guard, stomps on the ground and has a spike go through his stomach, but nowhere fatal so they can interrogate him. But then Mist Anbu came to take it, and Kakashi said, let them. And when they leave, Kakashi's like, I'm fully aware that's not a Mist Anbu. It's just I'm too weak to fight them right now, and I don't know if you guys could pull that off at the moment. Especially if Zabuza could get back up for even a second, that could distract you guys long enough to just, we're not doing it. And so they all just travel to the house. They meet Tazuna's daughter. I forget her name. I literally was thinking about it like 3 seconds ago. I don't know. And the son Tonari. They pull up to them, and they're all eating, and Tonari's like, wow, you got some other ninjas to just get killed? And Tazuna's like, no, these guys are not the same. And Tonari's like, they'll just die trying to be the hero. And Naruto just looks at him and gives him this death stare. And Naruto looks at him and says, We've all suffered. Just because you have as well doesn't give you the right to make fun of us or insult us. And Tazuna's like, Tonari apologized to them. And Tonari says sorry and then runs away crying. And so Tazuna's like, I'm sorry about him. He's just gone through some things. And Naruto's like, I'm completely aware. I can tell. It's okay. I wasn't mad at him. I just wanted him to understand. Because if he says that to the wrong people, it's not going to end well for him. And Tazuna understands what he means by that. And so, anyways, things just continue. Kakashi's doing a lot better about a week later. The bridge is still being built. And Naruto and Sasuke have been training. They trained Sakura how to walk up a tree, how to walk on water, and they started training her in taijutsu. They told her to cut her hair so that nobody can pull on it or anything to protect her. And yeah, so that's how everything went for that week. And one morning, Naruto just has a bad feeling. He's just like, let's go to the bridge. And he leaves a shadow clone with Tonari and his mother. I'm sorry, it's 1 a.m. and I didn't sleep too much last night. Since, as you guys know, in the last video I mentioned it was 4:45 when I was recording that one. Anyways, so Tonari and her are questioning why you left the shadow clone, but he did, and they're just like, okay, it's whatever. And so Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi, and Tazuna are all at the bridge when a mist appears. And before I get to the huge Zabuza Haku versus those four, I forgot to mention Sakura, my bad. Anyways, versus those four, the house thing where they tried to kidnap the mother happens, and Naruto just impales them all and leaves them to the villagers. Impales all their limbs, not killing them, but hurting them severely. And Naruto let his shadow clone go after he did that. Anyways, so Naruto ends up releasing his shadow clone. Well, his shadow clone ended up releasing itself, and Naruto understands what happened, things like that. And so, anyways, I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit loopy because I'm a bit tired. My bad. Anyways, so it's a Kakashi versus Zabuza. Naruto tells Sasuke and Sakura to stick next to Tazuna. And then Naruto starts fighting Haku in a heated taijutsu battle where they're pretty evenly matched. And Haku decides, I can't let this last long because I have to help Zabuza make sure he wins. And so she does the ice mirror jutsu and she starts traveling, throwing Senbon. And that's when Sasuke decides to run in to try and help Naruto, being irrational because Naruto's his best friend, right? And he runs in trying to protect Naruto. And then they dodge, they block, until eventually when Haku decides, okay, I guess I have to go all out. And Haku starts moving so fast that they can't block or dodge them all. And then Sasuke ends up getting hit by so many that it seems like he's dead, which sends Naruto into a rage. And that's when he, out of rage, started he created this huge like dome around the ice dome and sent spikes all at the same time through the entire dome into the ice mirrors, ending up impaling Haku through the stomach. But it's not like a completely fatal wound because Naruto's like, I understand Haku is not evil, but I'm sorry. He stabbed Sasuke, and Naruto just starts stuttering, talking to himself, and so Naruto just is like, okay, I have to save Haku. I just have to keep him asleep. And so Naruto's like, okay, let me go do this. And Naruto ends up doing exactly that. He ends up letting him, keeping him alive and letting him sleep for a bit. And then Kakashi has all of his dogs chomp down on Zabuza. Sasuke's about to hit him with the Chidori. when Naruto actually stomps on the ground and grabs Kakashi's arm and stops him from killing Zabuza. Naruto, instead of killing them, decided to make indestructible handcuffs because he believes there's good in both of them. And Naruto looked at Zabuza and was like, what would you have done if I had killed Haku? Can you tell me what you would have done, Zabuza? And Zabuza was like, I don't know. And Naruto was like, I understand you're a murderer. I understand you're a bad person. I understand there isn't anything other than Haku that you care about in this world. So if you want Haku to live, stand down and relax, okay? And Zabuza just, like, agrees, sounding defeated because he couldn't win that fight because Kakashi had already effectively defeated him and Naruto saved his life, actually. So he owes Naruto. And Naruto's like, you're not under Gato's control. I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I will let you help. However, if I sense anything, you are dead. Gato's men are on the way, including him, and I want you to help us defeat them. We're not gonna go all out, because we want you to prove how much you care about Haku. And so Naruto makes Zabuza promise. Zabuza promises. And then Gato's men arrive. And Zabuza's like, I mean, money is money, but a life is a life. And then Zabuza goes to fight them by himself. And Naruto's just like, that's all I wanted. I wanted proof. And so Naruto goes with Zabuza and starts using his matter manipulation. And he starts restraining every single one of them. And he does it in such a lightning speed way. He learned that he can do it much faster if he is fueled by an emotion. Like he was fueled by rage when he, at the speed of sound, created that dome and stabbed Haku. So he now understands that if he focuses on a certain emotion, it doesn't matter which it is, that he could most likely beat the speed of sound if he practices more and eventually become unstoppable. So Naruto actually... Sorry, give me a second. So Naruto actually restrains them all and tells Zabuza, kill him. And Zabuza actually goes straight for the kill. And so Naruto, in this moment, is standing there and he thinks, some people have it rough. Some people don't have a choice. Some people were raised wrong. And some people were just unlucky. And so, I want to find a place for them all, where I can help them all, and better them all. And so, that's when Naruto decides he wants to create his own village. The village hidden in the matter. And that's kind of like a double entendre, like, the village hidden in the matter, like, matter. And then people who matter, you know? So it's kind of a double whammy. Anyways, Naruto decides he's going to create this village, and so he wants the first two people he wants to live there will be Haku and Zabuza, so he needs to keep them close for now. And he looks at them, and he's just like, Haku, Zabuza, you guys will be my friends, and you guys will go around the world, avoiding fights you don't have to get into, to find an open, claimed land. And in that land, we will create our own village. Do you understand? And they're like, yes. And so they leave the next morning. By the way, he said this in private. So they end up going back to the house. They all leave the next morning, including, actually no, just Haku and Zabuza leave the next morning, and then another week passes by of Naruto and them staying there just to make sure he can finish the bridge, and they finish the bridge, and since Naruto was the biggest help, they named it the Great Naruto Bridge. Anyways, so after this declaration of the name of the bridge, they all head back to the Hidden Leaf Village. Oh, pretty good guesstimation. Anyways, they head back to the Hidden Leaf Village where they relay everything to the third Hokage, tell him what happened, everything else, and the third Hokage is intrigued by the fact that Naruto has an ability to make his matter happen extremely fast. Hiruzen thought it could happen fast, but he didn't think it'd happen near the speed of sound or even faster than that, you know? And Naruto's like, I'm pretty sure it can become much, much, much faster. So Naruto actually blinks, and next thing Hiruzen knows, there's a spike behind his head, and he's just like, there you go. The Yonbu tried to jump down at him, but Naruto, also in the same blink, restrained all four of them. And Hiruzen's like, oh, impressive, Naruto. And Naruto's like, I know, right? I've been practicing. And then when Sasuke looked like he was about to die, my rage helped me learn that I can do it faster if I focus on an emotion. Right now I'm focusing on joy because I'm happy, you know? And I have motivation. And Hiruzen's like, oh, that's good, that's good. Keep that in your heart. And Naruto's like, all right, I got you. I'll do exactly that. And so they all leave the office and they end up just chilling when Kakashi mentions the Chunin exams. So he's like, the Chunin exams will be happening sometime soon, and I want you all to go to them. And Naruto's like, hell yeah, sounds fun. And so we're going to skip to when the Chunin exams are happening. I want to get through this video, so this video will probably be another 10 minutes. Yeah, probably around. So Naruto's just like, hell yeah, then we time skip to the Chunin exams. So at the beginning of the exams, they're all sitting there, and Naruto just looks at everybody. He's just like, I'm the strongest. Also, the reason I'm not mentioning the Gaara, Tamari, and Kankuro Boy and Konohamaru thing is because it did happen, but it just happened the exact same way in canon, and so I didn't feel the need to acknowledge it. Anyways, so he's like, I'm gonna win this. Y'all are all trash. Come at me if you dare. Out there, at least. And so they're like, I see. And so they go do the written test. It goes the exact same way as canon, except Naruto aces it. They stay in the room. They don't fail. Then Anko comes through the window, taking them all to the forest of death. And that's where the fun begins. So Naruto, Kakashi, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura end up traveling through the forest at a very fast pace. And Naruto is just like, hey, yo, I gotta take a leak. You mind? And they're like, nah. And Naruto actually creates a shadow clone to leave with them. And Naruto goes and relieves himself. And then on his way back, he senses the shadow clone disappear. Mainly because he didn't put much chakra into it, so it didn't have very much strength and it didn't have his abilities. And so Naruto's like, what happened? And Naruto started moving as fast as he could. And he gets there and he sees this woman with her neck stretching out and about to bite Sasuke when Naruto, using the ground and using Sasuke's body, risks it, but he stomps down and he creates a spike off Sasuke's shoulder, stabbing it in the mouth. And Naruto's like, what the hell? And Sasuke's like, I'm sorry. They're so strong. And Naruto ends up being enraged because they hurt Sasuke and Sakura. And he stomps down and impales every single one of their limbs again. But this time, he traps them in an indestructible sphere. Of course, this woman thing is Orochimaru, but he doesn't know that, blah, blah, blah. And then he's just like, absolutely not, and is staying here. And he leaves it there. So then they continue on. Actually, no. They take the scroll off of him first. And then they continue on to the middle of the area. And everything just remains the same. Blah, blah, blah. Then they go into their preliminaries. And they... Naruto versus Kiba fight. Instant restraints. Kiba lost. Then we're hitting the month skip, where Naruto has been training heavily. Naruto training 18 hours a day, only sleeping 6 hours, getting back up, eating, training. Repeat. Did that every single day. And so his matter manipulation has gotten so fast to the point where he believes it's effectively impossible for anyone at all to dodge. And since he learned how to make it faster, well, that's what he's been working on, getting even faster. And so Naruto ends up realizing the faster it is, the less powerful it is. I have to remember that. And Naruto's just sitting there, he's thinking about it. Give me 1 second. Gonna cut. So anyways, faster, as I said. And the faster it is, the less durable it is. Stuff like that. Just to make him not indestructible. So anyways, we're going to continue on to the fights. I believe Naruto versus Neji was first, yes. So Naruto just looks at Neji, it's just like, I'm sorry. And Neji's like, don't get too ahead of yourself. And Naruto's like, I'm not. And then Naruto just stomps on the ground, creates restraints around him, and he just can't escape. And he's just like, I incapacitated him. Can you just say I win yet? And the instructor's like, well, Naruto wins. Very confused. And Naruto's like, okay, peace. And then he releases his restraints and just leaves. And while he's leaving, he looks at Neji and is just like, I know your views, and destiny isn't everything. Destiny can go shove itself can go fuck itself. Okay? You ever do that to Hinata again, I will kill you. And Neji feels a shiver go down his spine. He's like, oh, that shivered me timbers. Anyways, so Neji, he decides to think about it, and then this canon thing telling the story about his father from his uncle, blah blah blah, all that happens, and then it's Sasuke versus Gaara. So during that month period, much like, oh, I forgot to mention, yeah, Jiraiya trains Naruto on what's it called? On summoning. And then he also told Naruto that if he believes he's strong enough to release the fox, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. So Naruto actually uses matter manipulation to rid completely of the gate. He just moved it. And Kurama tries to attack him, and Naruto uses his matter release before Kurama can to truly restrain him. And his 9 tails, and he does it much better than Hashirama's 10 Saint Gates or whatever they're called. Anyways, he completely restrains Kurama. He looks at it, Kurama is just like, I see the hate in your eyes, but it won't get to me. Either learn to live with me, or to live by me. And Kurama, he's not happy, but he doesn't really have a choice. And so Kurama's just there and he's silent. Naruto's like, I'll give you some time to think about it. And yeah, that's basically all I accidentally skipped over. So the Neji fight, the Sasuke fight. So Sasuke ended up learning Chidori from Kakashi, and he ends up hitting Gaara much the same. Gaara bleeds. Gaara starts to go nuts. Gaara goes into the forest. And that's when Naruto senses it. Tailed Beast Chakra is coming from him. And Naruto realizes the Tailed Beast Chakra is coming from Gaara. Can I not be spammed right now? And he realizes that, and so he tells everybody to stay there. Everybody's put in the Genjutsu. Naruto breaks it. And Naruto sends his Shadow Clone after Gaara. Tamari Kankuro tried to stop him. Naruto just restrains him quickly and easily. Naruto also goes to help the third Hokage in the barrier. Naruto just puts his hand on the barrier and just completely moves the matter of a barrier to elsewhere. And then he restrains the 4-sound ninja. And then he's like, you give off that same vibe as that one motherfucker with this long ass neck head thing that I trapped earlier. A couple months ago, a month ago. And Hiruzen's like, what? What do you mean? He was here a month ago? Yeah, he was in the Forest of Death, wasn't he? And then Hiruzen's like, no, that is Orochimaru, one of the 3 legendary Sannin. And then Naruto's like, wait, you mean like Jiraiya? Oh, Pervy Sage? You mean like him? And then Hiruzen's like, yes, one of my students. And Naruto's like, oh, okay. And then Naruto just stabs Orochimaru, then with the same spikes he stabbed him with, traps him with restraints, completely incapacitating Orochimaru. Orochimaru sends a sword out of his mouth, which Naruto just, when he stomps on the ground again, he goes up and he breaks the sword with the ground. And he just looks at Orochimaru, who's just like, stop. And then Orochimaru's like, no. And then Naruto touches Orochimaru's tongue sword thing, and it just becomes a gas. It disappears. And Naruto's like, I can make it solid if you will behave. And Orochimaru just looks at me, he's like, those are the exact noises he made. And then Naruto looked at him, made his tongue solid again so he could speak, and he's just like, okay. And then Naruto decides, I'll trust you this time. And just this time. This is your last warning. You do it again, you are dead. And Orochimaru feels a shiver go down his spine. And so Naruto ends up just looking at him. He's just like, well, this is just how it is, I guess. And then Naruto, who's fighting Gaara, ends up running over to Gaara. And then he completely restrains the One Tails by himself. And just in case he decides to use summoning jutsu, he's like, summon. And then Gamabunta pops up and Naruto's just like, hey, yo, I got this dude restrained, but just to make sure, I just wanted you here. Gamabunta's like, huh? How? What? And Naruto's like, don't worry about it. And so Naruto actually, cool. So Naruto actually runs up to Gaara and wakes him up. And Naruto looks at Gaara. He's just like, Gaara, I can help you tame the One Tails. However, you will have to let me help you. You can make that power your own. And Gaara agrees. He's just like, okay. And so, yeah, that's what happens there. He tells Gaara that. Gaara falls down, hurt. He let Temari Kankura go. They pull up. They're like, please don't kill him. He's like, I'm not. Don't worry. I'm actually going to help him. Then a few days later, he actually helps Gaara conquer the One Tails. He actually makes the power his own. And no intro today. Not this time. Anyways, so Naruto helps Gaara conquer the One Tails. All that happens. And then after the entire fiasco has been let down, Naruto, thinking he's strong enough, decides he wants to go on a journey, explore the world a bit before having to come back to the village and being forced to be there. And Jiraiya ends up agreeing to this. He's like, hey, Naruto, if you want to, you can come with me because I'm going to go on a journey to research the Akatsuki. Since Orochimaru's been arrested, I now can focus on them. They've been hunting users who've had the tailed beast Jinchuriki. And Jiraiya looks at Naruto. It's just like, and you are one of them. So I want to figure things out before it's too late. I suggest we take Gaara with us too, actually, because it's too dangerous for him to be alone, because they're also going to be after him. Naruto says Gaara cannot come with us. However, if we're going to be gone a long time, I can ask Sasuke to stay in the Hidden Sand Village to protect him. I trust Sasuke, and I am 100% sure he is stronger than Gaara. And Jiraiya's like, okay, that'll have to do. Anyways, so yeah, Sasuke heads to the Hidden Sand Village. Naruto and Jiraiya set out. About a year later, after a lot of training, Naruto has powered up significantly. He can make his things come out fast and durable. And so he's confident he could fight the Akatsuki. Maybe not the leader, but the rest of them he can definitely take on. And so Naruto decides maybe this will be the last part. Nah, there's gonna be one more part after this. Naruto decides he wants to begin taking out the Akatsuki, and he wants to fight Itachi first, but not kill him. He'll let Itachi go, but he needs to have a conversation with him. And so Naruto goes to where Itachi and Kisame are. And Kisame is like, oh, the Nine Tails came to us, I see. And Naruto's like, get the fuck out of here. And Naruto just stomps on the ground, impales Kisame everywhere, and then drops a giant boulder on Kisame's head, completely killing him instantly. Also, I know I kind of just like sped this jump. However, the next part is gonna be a bit more boring, but there will be fighting and stuff in it. And yeah, I just wanted to get the power scaling going a bit, because I mean, we did 3 parts and we only got to like what? The Chunin exams. I think I'm moving a bit slow, so I'm trying to speed things up. So yes, he ends up killing Kisame. And so Naruto walks up to Itachi with his eyes closed because he doesn't want to look into Itachi's Sharingan. And Naruto looks at him and he's like, I'm not here to fight you, Itachi. Though if you make me have to, I will restrain you and cover your eyes so you can do nothing. And Itachi's like, oh, you're threatening me. And Naruto's like, it's not a threat, it's a promise. And so Naruto and Itachi get to talking. Naruto decides to ask the famous question because he told Itachi he doesn't trust Sasuke coming here with him because he feels like Sasuke will go straight for the kill. You are someone who's full of love, Itachi, and I don't understand why you would have killed your entire clan. And Itachi just asks Naruto, and he's just like, are you willing to let me put you in a genjutsu? And Naruto's like, oh yeah, I'm giving Itachi the ability to show memories through his genjutsu. I think it'd be a cool addition to Itachi's abilities. Anyways, Naruto creates a shadow clone to get put onto the genjutsu so he doesn't have to, so he can make sure everybody's still safe. And so the entire story of what happened, blah blah blah, all that goes into the shadow clone, and then Itachi's like, you can release it now. And Naruto's like, okay. And Naruto releases the shadow clone, and all of the information just falls into his head. He's just like, whoa. Oh my god. This is insane. I'm going to have to talk to Sasuke about this. But don't worry, nothing bad will happen. I will keep him under control. And Itachi's like, I appreciate it. So, what now? Naruto looks at Itachi and he opens his eyes. He's putting his trust in Itachi. And he looks at Itachi, he's like, I've decided I'm going to start a village. The village already has a couple of houses. I have one of the hidden sound ninjas in there. I just decided to throw that in there. I have Haku, Zabuza. And this place is going to be for people who feel like they don't belong and the misunderstood. And so I will allow you into my village, and once my village grows, I will talk with the Hidden Leaf Village about getting your name out of the bingo book. And the deal probably will end up being something around the lines of, when Hiruzen dies, everything will come to light. So Hiruzen doesn't have to face the backlash because he didn't really have a choice. It was the elders and Danzo versus him. They have more power in a way. And Itachi's like, okay, I will agree to this. Does anybody know about this village? Naruto said no, not even Sasuke. However, I expect Sasuke to join this village. And Itachi's like, okay, well, I guess I'll be on my way. Thank you, Naruto. And Naruto's like, no problem. I got you. Have fun. And Itachi's like, and he just does like a weird peace symbol and just continues walking. And so Naruto's like, that's 2 of the Akatsuki gone. I think I'm gonna need to train more. I don't think I'll be able to take on certain Akatsuki members. And so Naruto decides to train for another year. And this is when Kankuro gets poisoned. We're going to Kankuro getting poisoned. However, not Naruto, Gaara and Sasuke managed to hold off the attack of kidnapping Gaara. And Naruto's like, I guess they're making their move finally. And so Naruto asks Jiraiya, he's like, can you check out the hidden sound? Though, if anything happens, I want you to retreat. If you can escape, escape. Because no information is worth dying for. And Jiraiya's like, okay. And Naruto's like, if you die, I will never forgive you. And Jiraiya actually takes that to heart. He really does. He's just like, well, I guess I can't die then. And so Jiraiya goes on his mission. Naruto goes on his mission that Tsunade ended up giving to him. The entire Tsunade thing. It happened, I just didn't really, It's cool. That's basically all I gotta say. It's cool, but like, I don't think it was very necessary. It's pretty much the same as canon. Just Naruto holds back. Tsunade looks at Naruto, is just like, Naruto, I want to send you to the Hidden Sand Village. I heard you defeated Itachi and Kisame by yourself. This is a mission I want you to go on because the Hidden Sand was just attacked by 2 members of the Akatsuki. Sasori of the Sand and Deidara. And Naruto's like, alright, I need to eliminate them anyways. That is my mission currently. And so Naruto actually goes through the entire Akatsuki. Well, he goes to Hidden Sand. He ends up finding where they're hiding out. And all Naruto does is he just decides to just insta-kill them. He doesn't care. Naruto, for Deidara, stabbed him straight through the heart and straight through his kidney. Yeah, kidney. And for Sasori, he just annihilated it. He stuck Sasori everywhere with spikes, and then he took from the top of the building and he slammed down the top onto Sasori. And they're both dead now. I am zooming through this. It's only been 10 minutes and I've already gotten rid of 4 of Akatsuki. God damn. Anyways, so Naruto then is just like, well, I guess I have to find the rest. I heard they're in the Hidden Rain. At least the leader is. However, I think there's 2 more people I need to take on. And then Naruto gets back to the village. Let's say 2 months go by. So, Jiraiya arrived at the Hidden Rain, did the recon, noticed the eyes, they were strange, and then he left. Asuma died the same way he did before. And, we're going to skip to when. So Naruto learns the Rasen Shuriken like before, thanks to like Kakashi and Yamato. Yamato was sent to train him because wood release. And I believe I gave Naruto the power of the Nine Tails last time. Yeah. So Naruto can also go in Nine Tails form, but he isn't going into it unless he really needs to. And so Naruto ends up finding where Hidan and Kakuzu are. And he looks at them and he's just like, so you're immortal and you have 5 hearts. Interesting. And he looks at them both and he's like, I want you both to go all out on me. I want to test my strength. And they're just making fun of him. And Naruto's like, I wouldn't test me if I were you. And instantly Naruto creates a hole and puts Hidan in this hole and fills it back up. So what he did is he moved all the contents of the hole to the side, creating a huge cylinder type thing. And then he put it all back when Hidan was in there. And now there's just a little lump at the top of the contents that couldn't go back into the hole. And so Naruto ends up trapping Hidan, and he looks at Shikamaru. He's just like, I am sorry that you didn't get your revenge. However, I'll piss on his grave if you want. I don't care. And then he looks at Kakuzu, who has all 5 hearts out, and he looks at him. He's just like, that is the mistake you made, releasing all 5 hearts. Now they're going to be destroyed along with your actual heart. And Naruto stomps on the ground, destroys all the hearts with spikes individually. And he looks at Kakuzu and he's like, money wasn't worth that. And so Naruto ends up going back to the village with everybody who was there. It was the same crew that was there last time. And except Yamato. And he relays the mission to Tsunade. So that's 4 of the Akatsuki members gone. Is there any others? I don't think there's any other members of the Akatsuki. No. Okay. Anyways, then he heads to Hidden Rain Village. And he looks at Konan and Nagato and he's just like, your options are very simple. Either I kill you, I restrain you and you go to prison, or you guys stop this farce and join my village. And they're like, what? Your village? The hell are you on about? And he's like, my village is for the misunderstood and the outcast. I understand you, Nagato. And Jiraiya noticed there was someone who looked a lot like his students in the roster of people he spied on. Yahiko. And then they both like frowned, and then he's like, I see. What sent you on this path was his death, wasn't it? And Nagato just like, he's feeling different. He feels insulted. But Naruto's like, Nagato, you, I actually don't think I can let live. Because if I let you live, unlike with Itachi, I can claim he died. But your power is too significant and you have no mobility. I don't think I'd get away with letting you escape. However, maybe I could. You see, I killed Deidara, and I figured I'd keep his body for safekeeping for the time being, because he was interesting. The mouth in his hand, stuff like that, it was very interesting to me, so I wanted to study him. I do have his eyes, because if I let you stay alive, I want you to not have the ability to use the Rinnegan anymore. I know it's your main power. However, I cannot trust you with such a powerful weapon. And Nagato sits there and he has to think, Naruto looks at him, he's like, my village will be the peace. Those who try to create chaos will not be tolerated. Though those who are misunderstood and find an understanding will be. And you can be forgiven for your previous sins, but no sin shall be committed in my village, or you will perish. I will be watching. Nagato is just like, I guess I'll give you my eyes. And Naruto said, and in return, I will preserve Yahiko's body for you. And Naruto said, and Naruto decided to perform the eye transfer jutsu himself. Naruto took both the eyes that he had from Deidara. He took them with him because he heard that this person had the Rinnegan, and he wanted to offer them a chance. And so he took these eyes, and he said, I will surgically remove your Rinnegan and put these eyes in. Will you let me? Nagato, he wants to fight Naruto, but Naruto is giving off such a presence of bloodlust that Nagato just, he has to concede. He genuinely doesn't believe he can beat Naruto in a fight anymore. And Naruto's like, I'm sorry about this. And Naruto ends up doing the surgical procedure, and for some reason Naruto just decides, do I want to do that? Just give me 1 second. I have to think. No, I won't do that. I might remake this and go a different route sometime in the future, but this time no. Naruto destroys both Rinnegan so nobody can have that power, and he tells Konan to go to his village. He gives the directions. I haven't really decided where it is yet, but it's probably going to be between the hidden mist and like the hidden rock in the ocean, since Naruto has that power. So he decided to put it in the middle of the ocean just to be safe from everybody else. And Naruto decided he's gonna have to make commerce with the mainland. However, he has to do so in the future when it's a bit bigger and he can be recognized as a small nation. And so, after this, Naruto decides Nagato was not the one behind it all, because there's just something off about it. To an extent, it doesn't feel like it was Nagato's idea, but at the same time, it does. And Naruto's like, I don't care right now. I removed the entire Akatsuki. They can't take me anyways, even if they wanted to. So, I'm perfectly fine, and so I shall go back to the village, report the mission, say they're both dead, they're both in my village, stuff like that, and then I will make the declaration to Tsunade that I will be creating my own village. I know this is a bit confusing and stuff like that, and it probably feels rushed, but it really isn't. I'm just not sure how to go about what I was doing. Alright, welcome to part 5 of What If Naruto Had Matter Manipulation, or What If Naruto Manipulated Matter? I completely forgot the title because I took a whole day break. Anyways, so where I left off was where Naruto had decided he's going to make his statement to Tsunade. So the next day, Naruto runs up to Tsunade, is just like, Granny Tsunade, I've decided I'm going to form my own village, the village of the ocean. And it will be formed in the middle of the ocean. And Tsunade is like, what, Naruto? How long have you been thinking about this? Have you thought it through? And then she goes on this entire tangent, and Naruto's like, of course I've thought it through. Who do you think I am, a dumbass? And she's like, no, but like that's not the point. And then Naruto's just like, my village is going to be for those who have no place to belong. This village didn't treat me like I belonged here when I originally started here, and I don't want to stay here. These villagers don't deserve me for what they put me through as a child. They don't deserve me, and they're not going to keep me. I'm going to create this village. This village is going to have anybody who needs a home. People who are homeless, people who have made mistakes, people who change. I already have Haku and Zabuza founding the village, and I trust them, honestly. And Tsunade is just like, Naruto, are you sure about this? And Naruto tells him that he's 100% sure. And so, Naruto tells Tsunade to have a 5 Kage summit to acknowledge that he's about to become a nation, and he's going to find people, and it will become a true nation, and they have to acknowledge it. And Tsunade decides to do it. She decides to call the 5 Kage summit, and she tells there's a very interesting and debatable reason on why we need this summit. And Naruto goes with her to the 5 Kage summit. And so, sorry, it's been a couple days, so I'm getting back into my rhythm. So, Naruto, Tsunade, and all the other Kage and their assistants, they all go to the 5 Kage summit. And so, they all sit down, and all the other Kage ask Tsunade, what is this meeting about, Tsunade? And Tsunade decides to tell them, Naruto here has decided he's forming his own nation. And the other Kage are like, he can't do that, except for the Kazekage, who is still Gaara. Just Gaara can control the One-Tails now. And they're like, what? He can't do that. Gaara is just like, I'm pretty sure he can. It's not like any of us can stop him, if we're being 100% honest. And they're like, but, and then the Raikage, oh yeah, since this meeting was about Naruto, Tsunade brought Kakashi and Sasuke, just as some extra protection, you know. And the Raikage tells Naruto that he cannot be doing this, not right now. We just went through the crisis of the Akatsuki, and I thank you for taking care of it, but we cannot acknowledge a nation that you haven't even formed yet. And Naruto looks at them, he's just like, it's been formed, and I already have the place, I already have people. I need the acknowledgement. And if you guys refuse to acknowledge me, I will kill you, Kage, and you guys can be replaced with people who will. And the Raikage is extremely pissed off by this. But Naruto gives off a sense of bloodlust. And the Raikage, fearing to attack Naruto, he decides to go after Kakashi. He activates his lightning cloak, and he hits Kakashi, and Kakashi is fatally wounded to the point where his heart actually stops. And Tsunade is the one trying to heal him, and his heart stops. And Sasuke is there, he's crying, he's pissed, he's like, I'll kill you. And Naruto's just like, you will do no such thing, Sasuke. And then Sasuke is just so angry, and he keeps getting angrier, that he finally develops his Mangekyo Sharingan. I know it's not the most ideal situation for it to happen, but I had to think of an interesting way to get it in there, because I want him to have it, obviously. And Sasuke is just like, but... And Sasuke starts crying, and his Sharingan turns into the Mangekyo Sharingan. And by accident, Sasuke actually sets the Raikage's arm on fire. And the Raikage cuts off his arm, and he decides, what'd you just do? And he goes after Sasuke, and Naruto goes in the Nine-Tails Kyuubi transformation, catches a punch, and then stomps on the ground, completely restraining the Raikage. And he completely reinforces the restraint, so there's no chance he can break it. Not even Tsunade can, if she wanted to. And Naruto looks at him, and he's like, stop this right now, or I will kill you. And the Raikage is just like, he actually kind of like has a shiver sent down his spine completely. Like, he starts panicking. And Tsunade ends up asking Sasuke for his sword, and Sasuke tosses it to her. She cuts open Kakashi's chest, and she starts beating his heart, like for what Sakura did for Naruto in the canon when Naruto had the Nine-Tails extracted from him. And she was pumping his heart for him. And so Tsunade is doing this for Kakashi until Kakashi's heart finally starts beating again. And Tsunade is like, oh no, he's in critical condition. And Naruto goes into his mindscape and he asks Kurama, he's like, if I put some of your Nine Tails chakra on Kakashi, will it heal him and save his life? And the Nine Tails said, the healing properties of my chakra will go on to Kakashi. However, I cannot guarantee it will save him, but I can guarantee that his healing will be better. And Naruto's like, I gotta do whatever I can do. And he puts his Nine Tails cloak onto Kakashi. And he looks at the 5 Kage and he's just like, pull a stunt like that and I'll kill you all. Except Gaara. You're cool, Gaara. I hope you'll come by. And Naruto just said, we are a nation, and the next Kage summit, I expect there to be a 6 Kage summit, not a 5. And they're all in agreement that Naruto is strong enough to take all of them if he wanted to. And so they decide to give into this, and Naruto's like, alright, well, that's the first part of my task. Now it's time to go find people. And on their journey, they find all the tailed beasts, but they tend to fight them. So Naruto ends up finding the Isobu not being sealed inside of anybody, and he ends up going into a mindscape with all the tailed beasts. And it's just, well, the tailed beast mindscape, and it's just Naruto, Kurama, and Isobu. And Naruto's just like, I am creating a nation for Jinchuriki, tailed beasts, outcast, people who don't belong, people who've made mistakes, everything. I guess you could call it kind of like a corrupted country. However, it's not corrupted. It's just me giving people who deserve a second chance a second chance. And those who break certain laws will be instantly killed. I will be watching over this village. And Isobu is understanding, and Isobu is like, okay, and why are you here for me? And Naruto's just like, this village is in the ocean, so we can make a platform you to lie down on whenever you want to, and you can swim around in the ocean all you like, and this place will always be your home. And Isobu is like, it's an appealing offer. Will there be people after me? And Naruto looks at him and is just like, there'll be nobody after you, and if they come, I will kill them myself. And Isobu is like, okay. Makes sense, bet. And so Isobu ends up traveling there with Naruto. Well, at the same time, Sasuke goes up to the Two Tails Jinchuriki. I forget her name. Anyways, I know the name of the Two Tails, Matatabi, but the Two Tails Jinchuriki doesn't trust Sasuke, and Sasuke has to fight her. And he ends up using his Mangekyo Sharingan's Amaterasu. And since he has flame control, obviously, he can put out the fire if he wants to. He uses his Amaterasu and puts it on her and tells her to stop, and he will stop it. He doesn't want to fight. And she's like, she's still screaming in pain. Then she goes into Tailed Beast transformation. And Sasuke defeats the Tailed Beast with his wide variety of jutsu, his Sharingan, everything. And Sasuke is just like, I never wanted to fight you. I wanted to invite you to my village. Well, my friend's village, really. I'm just going to be his shadow Kage. It's called the Village Hidden in the Ocean. And Manatabi and the Jinchuriki are like, the Village Hidden in the Ocean? I never heard of that one before. And Sasuke looks at her and is just like, that's because it's just been formed. And she's like, interesting. And Sasuke is just like, this place is for people who don't belong anywhere else. Outcasts, people who've made mistakes. Though, if you break any of Naruto's rules, he only has a few, you will be in a very difficult situation. Especially if you break the rule of no murder. If you murder anybody, you will die. Naruto will have no mercy upon you, and he will know when somebody is murdered. He's sensing everybody's chakra. It's his power. And she's like, huh, interesting. And then Sasuke continues talking to her, explaining blah, blah, blah. And she finally just agrees. Yeah, I'll go to the village. Why not? And then, um, what am I saying? Then they get the rest of the tailed beasts like Utakata and the Fu, uh, the guy who had Son Goku, Han, who had the who had the 5 tails, sorry, stuff like that. And he brings them all to the village hidden in the ocean. This part's going by much faster than I expected, to be honest. Anyways, the village hidden in the ocean. And so Naruto's like, this village is going faster than I expected. And on his journey, he's found wandering traders, people who are homeless, even people in like broke nations. Uh, he left the land of waves alone, obviously, but like any people who are remaining in the land of the waves, where pain was, any of the people who are homeless in the leaf or in the sand, people who had nowhere to go. He gathered them all, and they all had homes and stuff. Since Naruto, he asked for the materials, and he created all of these homes. It took a few days, since he doesn't have infinite chakra, because he made like a whole ass city. It took him like 3 days, which would normally take people like hundreds. Anyways, everybody has a place. Obviously, there will be charges on stuff. However, the lodging will be free. So you'll have to get your own food by paying. And so he has all the tailed beasts. He has some of the strongest shinobi, like Zabuza. He also he didn't take Killer Bee, but he gave Killer Bee Samehada, and he's just like, I have nothing against your brother, but if he comes after me, I will have to kill him. And Killer Bee is like, that's cool, fool. Um, um, he's like, if you're just defending yourself, I have no right to intervene for someone else. And Killer Bee just goes on his weird rhyme schemes. I had to think of that on the top of my head. Anyways, and so Naruto's like, I'm glad you understand, and I don't want to fight him. I really don't. However, I don't know about Onoki or the Mizu Kage. They still really don't seem to like me. The Rei Kage is bending to my will because I overpowered him astronomically. And even if you came into the fray, Killer Bee, and I wasn't, you'd still lose the fight against my country now that I have every single Jinchuriki. And Killer Bee is like, I know, fool. But I ain't no tool. I don't fucking know. I'm just trying here. Anyways, he does that. Let me see what the hell this is. Okay. Anyways, so that's what Naruto's and Killer Bee's conversation goes like, and so things just continue until one day when the Mizukage and the Tsuchikage mentioned to Naruto, and they're just like, we don't believe you should have every single Jinchuriki. And Naruto looks at them with a death stare and is just like, we don't want the power. That's not why we have them. Everybody's countries didn't treat them properly. That's why we even have your tailed beast, Mizukage. Interesting, isn't it? And Mizukage starts to get flustered, angry, triggered, stuff like that. And Naruto's just like, calm down. I won't give you that, but I can promise to protect you guys. I'm not against helping you people. I'm against letting you people abuse the Jinchuriki like I was abused, like they were abused. Even Killer Bee was shunned for a while. And she can't say anything. The Tsuchikage is just like, I'm going to be passing down my mantle. Naruto, I'd like you to meet my successor. It's a stupid ass girl that I really don't remember the name of or care enough to search up. Anyways, so time flies by. She becomes the new Tsuchikage. Naruto ends up going back to the Leaf, and that's when one day he's just walking through the village and he sees Hinata, and he's just like, was she always that pretty? Like he starts to like kind of fall in love on first sight, and then he's just like, "Hey, Hinata, would you like to go out sometime?" And she's like, "Naruto, I've loved you my entire life. I've just wanted you to." But then when she realized everything that just happened, she faints, and Naruto is like, my, still as shy as ever. And so Naruto just carries her to the Hyuga compound, and it's just like, here you go. She kind of fainted. I don't know why. And Naruto leaves her there, and then comes back the next day looking for her, and they're like, yeah, she's here. And they lead him to her, and he's just like, hey, you ready to go? She's like, yeah. Anyways, time flies by. They have a nice, great date. You know, they have a few other dates. One time they go back to Naruto's apartment, and he hits her with that shadow clone jutsu, if you know what I mean. And one thing leads to another. She actually ends up pregnant. They end up moving completely to the land of the ocean. And yeah, that's what happened for his romance story, to be honest. And then she ends up having her first son, Yoruto, because I don't give a fuck about Boruto. He's trash. Dog ass. Then, a few more times in the future, Naruto hits her with that shadow clone jutsu. They end up having multiple children throughout the years. Sasuke ends up having a child with Sakura. Their love story I couldn't give a shit about because it's Sakura. Sasuke is cool. Sakura, fuck Sakura. Sakura's trash. She a hoe. She just shouldn't be in the anime after making fun of Anyways, I'm getting off track. And that's the way things head. And that's the end of this series. He founded his nation. He's got his people. I was tempted to do something about like Obito, but honestly, Naruto ends up actually going to find Obito. He finds Obito, and he's just like, Madara, and he's just like, no, you're too weak. And so he actually traps Obito. He's just like, who are you? Obito escapes, obviously. But then Naruto just lays his hand on him. It's just rearranging his, like, molecular structure, since it's all made out of matter. And it's just like, stop, you will answer. And he's like, I'm Obito Uchiha. I survived. And Naruto's just like, oh my god, these people are ridiculous. And Obito ends up in the village. I could make a cool sequel part to this that you guys might enjoy. Just let me know if you want that in the comments, and I'll drop it for you sometime in the next couple weeks, because it's not what I'm most pressed about. Anyways, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.